Hey everybody, want to give you the quick recap on today's NW2. NW2 stands for Network Equals Net Worth. And I am about to share my screen with you and we'll get a quick recap on our meeting. So we will get into staying viable with your customers. And we always give you the homework first. Again, you can screenshot anytime you have a recording here. It's one of my favorite parts of these classes. This is a quick, we're just gonna go through it quick. So those of you who went to class can kind of go back through and have one more shot at screenshotting to think about what you saw and to have it just go by real quick. We do have 2 journal topics. It's kind of a thing that we do at the beginning of NW2 is that we will give you 2 journal topics. We find that everyone who comes to class, that those people who do exceptionally well in business all have one thing in common, and that is they are journaling. And they are journaling about their business. They're using the rapid planning method, and they are really focusing in on what they have to get done, consistent and persistent. In today's agenda, consistent and persistent is the first thing that's on the list. We always encourage you in today's topic of how to stay viable with your existing customers. These are people that have already been here for a long time, and it's how you can stay fresh and stay on track and not have it just be the mundane and the everyday. So looking for consistent and persistent things that keep you on track. What we found from talking to you guys in class today was that having an accountability partner on the big goals for your business is a really big deal. So having an assistant or having a marketing person or having something else that keeps you accountable. Updating your methodology was 2, educating your clients on how your process benefits them, understanding trends, and tracking progress. It's a big deal. And again, you can watch the long version of this class at any time. It is on YouTube. It takes a few days for it to get here. That's why I recorded this quick shot for you so you could have it right away. We talked about tools that'll help you stay on track and how you can reach your customers, right? Consistent and persistent. You've got to be reaching out and why. We talked about a new concept called nibble testing. I love nibble testing, but basically it is just these little bits of something that don't have to be tried and true all the way through, but it's just something that you can put in that can kind of be a little nibble for your clients, especially your top 10, to say, hey, here are some things that can kind of keep us connected. An annual, doing products that have an annual checkup, having events, so maybe a happy hour, maybe a meet and greet, something like that. It can be that you're going to put out a new listing on what's for taxes, house trends, anything that you have, but it's just an annual event around a product or service. A pop-up, again, sometimes it's just as simple as happy hour, getting people together, getting them to meet each other. Sometimes because you have so many cool people around you, they might want to know each other. Sometimes it's a free thing, something as simple as saying, hey, come pick up this free thing in the office. We'd love to see you. And then sometimes it's an added service for the in crowd. And what I mean by the in crowd is, right, somebody who's in a category. So a special item that is for people who are maybe in on the newsletter, a special something for someone who is in at an event, some people who are special that they are in our top 25, but looking at these special added something for people who are in the in crowd. The big, super big deal that we talked about today is USP. USP, this should rattle in your brain. There was nothing more important that we talked about today that I can think of is the unique selling proposition. USP is short for unique selling proposition. And again, it's really looking at how that is more like a mission statement, but it's a defined piece, right? Nike, just do it. Tom's shoes, right? Buy one, give one. These are unique selling propositions. And one of the things that you want to look at today is looking at all parts of your business that are needed to add up to have a cohesive message. So every part of who you are and what you're building has to add up to be a cohesive message. This is awkward. I took a picture. It's Straight Fair here in Minnesota. So exotic funnel cakes, not really truth telling. But again, just having cool words as your unique selling proposition, it's just not enough. It might sell it once because you're like, what's exotic about it? It was not exotic. I did go, but it won't sell it twice. Unique selling proposition is USP. It is critical to your business, and it's even more critical for those customers that you've had for a long time, right? Why should I choose you? They've already chosen you, but why would I keep staying with you? And that's the critical point. I want you to kind of really think about what is a one sentence way that you can really think about that brand and what it is that you really, really do. When we look at that, it is not enough to say, hey, we are a unique business, it's woman-owned or local. It's never going to be enough anymore. It's just not enough. Those are value adds, but they're not a unique selling proposition. So when you think about your unique selling proposition, I want you to think about what you do really well and really, really, really well. We gave this in longer detail about Mikeworth and how this was created. This particular image was from Mikeworth in New Mexico. If you haven't heard of it, please do. There's more on this in the longer video. If you're going to screenshot something today, this would be it. This is the page where we really gave you some examples. And in the longer video, you will have that as well. I'm going to get past here. Our third proposition today in class was values, and really understanding the role of values, and testimonials can help you do that. One of the things that we really focus in on is that this is a place where you start talking about the value of what you provide to people long term. In your existing clients in that top 10, this is a chance for them to kind of come back. You and your clients are experiencing something together, so talk about it. This is also where we introduced a concept called the reverse testimonial. So if you are interested in that, it's where you reverse it, right? You are telling the testimonial about why you enjoy working with a specific customer. This is one I think we'll see more of next year. When I put the new teaching schedule together, I think this is one of them that we could really see a lot on. But it's really another way to say, hey, as opposed to having someone else say, this is why they like you, this is what you saying, this is why you like them. And so we did Donna's story. Donna's so incredible. She never had a community. This was a class we taught this morning for rich chicks. So, you know, what does it look like? And then you talk about why that's a great fit. One of the other things that we talked about is looking at how to highlight your team and your partnerships in new ways. That's also a way to bring value in your unique selling proposition. One of the unique selling propositions for my team is that our team is made up of our success stories. It's not just anyone that works here at my firm. It is people that we've grown, that have grown and done other great things in the world. So our team is made up of our success stories. And so that's a powerful conversation. Trends is another place that we talked on today. It is number 4 out of number 6 topics. This is where you might want to do a screenshot on how to define your top 5 things in your industry. I would spend a lot of time on this. If you're going to go back and watch the long view, there was a lot of good stuff on trends. And when we looked at people at the end of class, everybody thought that trends was really compelling. So that might be worth you coming back to the longer version. Relationships and trend, it's really, you know, not forgetting that you're seeing clients for a reason. They're here for a long time. We talked a lot about existing clients and why they're of more value and what you have, and really talking about trust. This was also highlighted in the longer version. This was another popular piece for what people took away in class today, is finding a measurement of success. really looking at how you measure your client's success or the success of what is the service that you're giving. And then really define how that is and how you get there with every single client. And this is where you get to really have that conversation with them. This was a successful session. This is the courageous question. Ask them what they're thinking about their own progress. This is an act of courage. So just give yourself a double dose of courage pills and then really ask and listen what their clients are thinking about their own progress and what is it that you guys can do better. Is there something that you personally can do better? Is there something that they can do better at? We are always talking about rapid planning method. If you have not watched rapid planning method, please go through our feed and find it. It is critical. It is by Tony Robbins. So if you're going to do a search, there it is. But rapid planning method is outcome based. What is the outcome that you are trying to achieve? And outcome relationships in long-term relationships are critical. As long as you are continuing to move towards an outcome and that the client themselves can stay successful, they will stay your clients. So think about that going forward. We talked about tech tools. This is pretty self-explanatory. This is another place where you can just take a screenshot in your update. It's fast, it's easy, and lots of them there. You can watch it in the longer trend. Partnerships and trend, again, looking at your partnerships and how you can utilize them and how they can upgrade. So those trends of who you are, remember, a partnership is someone that looks to you as an equal. You are looking to them as an equal. These are equal relationships where both people win. So this is where you can go back to the partnerships that you have and how can you as a partnership ensure the long-term viability of the clients that you service. That might be an accounting firm, that might be something else that you are giving to your clients as service. It could be a shipping company, it could be a lot of things. So look at your partnership list and then really look at how are you benefiting each other. And it's also looking at the relationship with the partnership itself. How are you fresh? What are the new ways that you can bring value to the partnership itself? We have some takeaways today, and basically it is just to keep reminding yourself to do the things that are valuable to you. This is the end of our session, so I'm going to stop share and remind you this was the homework, and you can always post that on the NW2 site. So if you weren't able to get to us, there will be a replay. You can watch the replay. Thank you so much for watching the replays. We've had over 4,000 hours of replay in the last month. That is astonishing. So thank you very much. Here's your replay for today, your quick update, and I will see you soon. Bye.